Welcome to the show, everyone. We're going to be talking about one of the most popular locks in the business, Master Lock. And this is a commercial model. The number on it is 21 LFW. 21 LFW. Great model. We're going to be talking about this lock and what it has and what it doesn't have. When you open the box, it comes all packaged nicely, got all the goodies, but it doesn't have a cylinder. So you have to buy these separately. I bought a box of 6 because I bought a whole box. Look at this. Of these master locks. I've got some of them already spoken for, and a couple of them I'm going to keep myself. I'm going to show you how to pin up one of these bad boys and how to install it in a commercial lock, the 2100 series Master Lock commercial. Yeah. So let's dive right into it. Here's the cylinder. Now this cylinder is kind of difficult to work with. I've kind of spent all day playing around with it, and I've come to the conclusion that it's tough. You make one mistake and you got to tear it all down. So here's the keys. I've got 10 of these keys. The bitting's all right. Got a bit of a hook up front, which is never good, but the bitting's okay. And it's not master bit, so there's going to be no master wafers going in this. And there's no cap on the top. And this thing is called, it's a 295 KZW. And it's a 4-pin, but drilled 5. You can put 5 pins in this, which is what I'm going to do in the future. I'm going to put 5 pins. Now, one cool thing is this Lishi pick, the M1 / M2, will go through this lock. Fits in nicely. Perfectly, in fact. No hard push in there. Doesn't stick out the back at all. And you can feel all these pins inside of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to pin this thing up. So let's get right into it. Hey guys, if you stay till the end, you'll get to see me pick this with a Lishi pick. Yeah. Let's get back to the show. First of all, you've got a few items that come in the box. We got to get it open. And here's the little goodies. Now this goes over the outside of the lock, and it covers up the pins that will fall out from the bottom if you're not careful. And this is a cover for the bottom of the padlock. Padlock needs a cover on it. So here it is. Goes in kind of like this. I have to beat it with a hammer. These do not want to go in here easily. I'll show you what I mean when I'm putting that on. And it comes with a set screw and like a flush bolt, or we'll call these through bolts. So it comes with those little items, and that's for the padlock. Now the cylinder comes in a separate box, and that is, like I say, a 295 KZW, and it uses an M1 key. M1 key does not utilize the final pin in here. If it was in there, you can put 5 pins in this lock. So it comes 0-bit, meaning it has pins that start with 0, and it's loaded that way. And the reason they do that is because if it didn't come that way, the top drivers are already in here in springs. They would go right into the plug. They'd come out of the Bible up top here, and they go right into this plug. So they have to have a way to have that not happen, so they put number 0 pins in. And when you buy the lock, it comes cut already zeros. So you put that in, and you gingerly turn it sideways, just like that. I'll show you what I mean. If you're going to remove the cylinder plug, it doesn't come with a clip on the back, but what they've done is they have a ring. Let's get you to see what I'm talking about. On this housing right here, they put like a little ridge up here, and they crushed it in right on the side here. And what that does is when you turn this plug into that point right there, see how that's kind of flattened off? The plug will come out. But in any other position, it won't, because the plug has a groove that part that they crushed in there goes in that groove. But here it's missing the groove, so you can push it out. And I did that by accident probably 3 times, and just threw springs and everything everywhere. Kind of sad, really. It's 0 bit. The cuts are on there like that from the factory, and you turn it all the way around until you see the pins. See those pins? Now I loaded it with master pins. This came with, I don't know, their pins. I used the master pin set, and these are really not generic, but they didn't have colored pins, so these are all 0 pins. You see how teeny they are? I mean, these are teeny weeny. You gotta have a tweezers. I mean, a really nice little tweezers from Lab. You want to have a tweezers like that, and look at how teeny these pins are. Let's get a look. Are them things teeny or what? So they're 93 thousandths, the OD, the outside diameter. That is some pin. So that's the smallest pin that they have in the batch. And that is teeny. With your veneer calipers, I highly suggest you use the Lab tweezers. And you can put it in that way. Otherwise, how are you going to do it with your fat fingers? That's 110, really. 110, but it's showing 111. A little big. So we're going to take that back out. Just put it right here. They're coming out of the cylinder. Very hard to get out. So I gotta, oh, they all popped out. Well, I've been working with this, but they're kind of hard to get out. They've come out. And you do not want to turn this back all the way. Guess what it'll do? All these top drivers will jump into the plug, and you will have yourself a mess. I've had at least 3 accidents like that today, and it's no fun. I wanted to take this time to thank you all for watching my channel. Don't forget to hit the like. The YouTube algorithm likes that too. I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. I just purchased an overhead boom for my camera, and I think it gives me a much better look here. I got bigger focusing area to look at, field of view, way over here. And before I was kind of having to set things on an angle. Let's go ahead and put the pins back in. So now you've got a 0-bit key, right? So you had to have already cut some of these keys that you want to use. And you go ahead and, I just go through the process. You turn it sideways with this key in. So you take it, you've dumped out your pins, and you turn it 90 degrees. Go ahead and pull out the pin. Do not turn this down, guys. If you turn it towards the Bible, all the pins will shoot into the plug. So I'm trying to save you from what I went through nightmarishly. Now take your cut key and stick it right down the throat of this thing and turn it back in place where you can load up the pins right there again. Now I've already preloaded my tray with some pins, and I'm going to put them in. They are so teeny. One is right here, can't get mixed up. And I put it closest to the shoulder because that's really the first cut. Now to get these in, kind of hard. You got to push with your finger and pull the key out a little bit. Don't pull the key all the way out. You'll send them. See, it is hard. It is hard to get it down there. Once you've lined it up, though, the rest of them kind of go in. But if you pull that key out too far right now, it will send them drivers where you don't want them. The back of the key is holding the drivers from jumping into the plug. So there, it went in. There's the first chamber. Now we're going to grab the second chamber, and this should go in slightly easier. And it does. And these are all color-coded from Master. Here's a number one pin. I'm trying to get a nice view for you guys. They are very difficult to get into that plug. Because, you know, this is the housing. The plug is underneath these cuts. This is highly unusual to have holes in your housing. But it makes it kind of simple to pin it, because putting in them top drivers and springs is a nightmare. I did it about 3 times. We got it. You take and you turn your key all the way around, making sure the plug doesn't come out. And you can pull your key out, and everything should be cool. Stick in your key, everything should work. Do not turn all the way around again by playing around here, because all your pins will fall out on the pinning table. I've done that so many times. I don't know why. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me. You turn them too far just because you're playing around, because it's such a little thing. You just turn it, checking your key out right. All those pins that are right there will drop out, and then they go flying, and you'll never find them again because they're so small. 93 thousandths, I mean, come on, that's teeny. Well, we're going to go ahead and put this back up in this position. Pull the key out. I know I'm safe now, I guess. Now look at this. This is kind of a neat thing. Here's the cover. It goes over the outside of the shell of the housing there. It just slides on. It's kind of hard to do. I'm sure they were hard to make. There's no burrs or anything. Well, there is a slight burr, but you slide this over and it keeps the pins from dropping out like I was going to do. So here's our cut key. But still, I wouldn't go messing around just yet. Get it into the lock. So now we know it works, and it works really nice, by the way. I tried cutting these keys on a Ninja today, and believe it or not, the Ninja's measurements from the factory are not deep enough on the key. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I put the key into my beautiful Keyline Ninja, and it cut the depths too shallow. Let's get back to the video. But my ITL, this is an ITL in action. It's not the same key, but I forgot to take a video of me cutting that key for the master lock. But wow, what a machine. Look at those cuts. Aren't those nice? Boy, an ITL can make some nice cuts because it plunges and goes back and forth, whereas the Ninja kind of just drags along. So we got that done. Let's put it in the lock. So it's going to look like this in the end. Now I want to put a little splooge in there because I think it deserves it. You're not getting back in there anytime soon. So this is my handy dandy splooge. And I see a little points here that turns. So I'm going to go ahead and put some splooge on it. Not crazy, just enough. This is that special Tri-Flow and Lab Lube mixed together. Teflon. Ooh. Kind of nice. All right, now let's go ahead and put this cylinder. And see that tailpiece? That marries with the back side inside of the lock. Really cool. So it goes in like so. I'm thinking. Oh, tell me this something isn't wrong here. All right, well, they come from the factory, and you know this is only like 10 bucks for this lock, and another 3 for the cylinder. So everything is not quite lined up properly inside there for the first initial. But there's a spring, it's kind of spring loaded. So don't let it fool you, everything's gonna work. Let's see, let's make sure. Oh, I hope I didn't just, I got it stuck on those. I turned it all the way around, the pins are in that area there. So let's not do that. The tailpiece won't allow me to do that. Okay. I think I got it in the right spot now. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Let me put this cover on. Now the cover, see, you smash these, whatever they are, in place. And this cover does not want to go in. I don't know why. It's just kind of hard. Oh, I know what it is. I got to get this thing open. Be nice if somebody showed me how to do this. I guess that's why I'm showing you. Open it up. There. Now it goes down. Still, you're going to have to beat on a little bit. We'll put our through bolt in. Now, I think a guy, you know, if you wanted to break into these, just grind off that top of the through bolt, pry open the cover, drop the cylinder out, and take a screwdriver and open it up. I think that's the simplest way to get through this lock. So all you do is you grind this through bolt head off. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. This isn't hardened. There's hardly any top to this through bolt. So if you grind that head off of there, that cover will pop right off. They know this, but if somebody guy's got a grinder out there doing this, he probably just cut the shackle off and be done with it. Unless he wants to steal all your cylinders. I don't know. All right, here we go. We got the Allen screw, which I heard through the grapevine that if you don't lubricate this bad boy, it'll lock itself in there and you'll never get it out again. So we're going to go ahead and put some splooge on it. That should be enough. And we got to get our wrench on it first, though. Get your Allen wrench in there. Now, find your way in. Hold your finger on this, and you'll feel it. Go right in. All right. Now, when moisture gets in there, you got your lubricant on the screw so that it will come out again. Because if you can't get this out, that means that you're not going to have good success changing the pins and rekeying this thing. So just probably have to grind that off and start all over. Well, one cool thing is if you buy a kit, it comes with a bunch of these. The kit came with all that stuff. All right, let's see if it works. I think it does. Well, let's lock it. Oh, yeah. Isn't that sound so cool? Listen to this. Wait for it. It's coming. This is time-lapse sound. You're going to love it. Wait for it. It's coming. Here it comes, right? Well, here it comes. Oh, I love it. Isn't that nice? Now, there's only 4 pins. We're going to do a little show tonight. I'm going to go above and beyond the Call of Duty just for fun. You're going to love it. I'm going to pick my way through it. So there's the little hang on to those 0 pins. Put them back in your kit. I don't know, just cuz. And big shout out to one of my loyal subscribers. She told me to get this. It's a Klein screwdriver. And look at what it does. You're not going to believe it. This comes off. You stick it in like that. And you pull it out like that. And you can stick it in your pocket. Isn't that cool? I'm liking it. Nice. You can have it extended. You can have it short. You can pull the tips out. Isn't that sweet? I'm loving this thing. All right, we got that. Now let's pick this thing. Let's pick this lock. I love this stand. It's hollow, but you can hear every click. All right, we got it in there. You can tighten up as tight as you want. Does not matter. I like these little rubber guards. If you have it on a locker, it'll keep it from scratching anything. So let's go ahead and get right into this pick. Now look at that. It's an M1. M1. Now this will not work on American locks, even though this master takes the same pins. And so does, believe it or not, Abus. Abus takes the same pins. We'll have that in the show. I'm going to have a show about this, but till then, I want to put some splooge in here. And we already know if you don't splooge up your locks first, you're just asking for trouble. Have a little blank, take the blank, stick the blank in. You don't even have to have the real key because, you know, what's the point of picking? Got the real key. And according to, check my community post, I posted Lishi's website. They say 25 times. They really want you to push this key in 25 times. And I see why. It picks so much easier with the little lubricant in there. You don't wreck their picks, and they don't have a return idea where some, hey, my pick's wrecked. All right, now stick that key somewhere. And we're going to stick our pick in now. Goes right in. Look how nice. Fits right in this lock so easy. All right. Now I believe everything's right turn. Just make sure. Yep. And it's very spring loaded at first, just so you know. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. That is very hard. I'm really cranking my fingers. So you don't want to bend your pick when you get it open. But kind of hard. Okay? Now watch what happens when you watch that key. Spring loaded. Okay. This is the bonus points here. Hopefully you can see this. All right, let's pick this thing. I've been waiting to do this anyway. I have not picked through this lock. So let's see how well it goes. I did turn the tension arm around. I unscrewed the original Lishi set screw, and I put the tension arm on the back side. It's not in your road, and I have a better feel, and I don't hurt my thumb. All right, a little bit of tension, and we're in the 4th chamber. Maybe that's picked. Got a nice click on 3. Nice click on 2. 1 is solid. I think I overset 4 just like that. We'll start over. Make sure all the way in. A little bit of tension. I'm in the 4th chamber. Got a nice click on 4. Now let's check the springiness. It has no spring on top. If you've picked it properly, there should be a little spring on there. When you click it like this, every one of them should have a little spring when they're picked. See that spring there? Now that one's picked, but this one is not picked yet. On the 2nd chamber. Now they slide so nice. Got a nice click there, and look at the spring there. So you know you picked it right with the Lishi if you get a little bit of spring happening. All right, now we're on the 1st chamber now. Got to click on 1. And it's pumping in and out. That should be a 6 anyway. So we're way overset. Let's try it again. All right, got a nice click on 6 right at the top. I mean, on the 4th chamber, I got a click right there, and it's to the 6th measurement, and I already know because I just pinned the thing up, that's a 6 cut. So that's the deepest cut, 6 right there. Now we're on the third chamber. Nice click on one. I probably overset that, but no, we got some spring back. Came up a little bit. And these two are threes. So we got that one already set. And that one already set. All right, let's go back to the fourth chamber. It should be a 6, so let's just see. And we're in. Ah, look at that. We're in, guys. And it opens right up. Hey, I'm not hardly feeling any back tension on that. I guess that smaller key head, it's harder to turn than the way you have it with the Lishi pick, the tension arm. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. This thing can be easily picked with the M1/M2. What's it called? An MS2. Great pick. Nice and solid. Original Lishi. You can pick these up pretty cheap. I think these are like $45 to $65, depending on if you get them on sale. Always buy on sale. That's my tip of the day. Get them on sale. Great pick. Great lock. Has a few problems with it, but all in all, I'm liking it. I can re-key this thing in the fly, and everybody will be happy. Of course, I can grind that head off and pull the cylinder out, but, you know, nobody's doing that. So there we have it. Please subscribe to my channel, Door and Lock Tips, and I'll have more great stuff like this. Master Lock commercial with removable core. Ooh. All right. Please hit that like button. Smash it. Smash that like button. Thank you, guys.
vegetarian chili came up.
Yeah.
Going on, Mikey?
Yeah.
Flash came